Yo, slow budget. Once again. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Today's date is February 21st, 2023, and it is a Tuesday. I apologize for not having a show yesterday, but I totally forgot it was a holiday. My kids didn't have school. So usually when my kids don't have school, I either sleep in or like yesterday, we went to the movies. So that's something I do every time we have like a Monday off, 3-day holiday. I take my kids to movies because we don't go often as we used to. Because for one, there's just not that many great movies we want to see in the theaters. I have a jailbroken Fire Stick. If I want to watch a movie, I'll watch at home. But there's certain movies, normally horror, that my daughter loves, and we'll definitely go see them in the theater. So yesterday we went and saw Knock at the Cabin, M. Night Shyamalan. It was okay. It was a decent movie. I liked it. It was good. Unless you like dialogue, you're probably not gonna like this movie. It's just a movie with not tons of action, very few action, but just a lot of dialogue, a lot of talking. It's a suspense. It's not a scary movie. It's a suspense. I'm not gonna give no spoilers. But I liked it. I mean, it's M. Night Shyamalan. For one, he didn't write it. It's based on a book. But what he did was he did the screenplay, he directed, he produced it. So he had his influence is there. Remember, he didn't write it. So it's not a typical M. Night Shyamalan movie. But it's still good. It's still good. So with that note, today is the 21st. Today is my son Jayden's 21st birthday. Big day for him. Big day for him. I'm so proud of my son Jayden. Like I said, he just turned 21, but he has a good job. He already has his own apartment. He's getting married on Saturday to a beautiful, lovely young lady, Emily Large. Great family. So I'm proud. I'm just proud of him all around. He was working coming out of high school. Bought his first car. He's on his like third or fourth car already that he's bought himself. Me and him went half on a side by side. So yeah, he has his. I try to do my best to raise my kids. And like I said before, that's my legacy in life on how my kids are out in the world and how people see them. And he's doing a good job. So proud of you, son. Happy 21st birthday. After work today, go out and enjoy your first beer. And I love you. I'm going to get right into my review of the new restaurant, my second review. I did a first one, I think it was a month ago. It was almost a month ago to the date. And I wasn't too thrilled. It was takeout for one. And I remember saying I wasn't too thrilled with the price, the product reflecting the price. So I think it was last week, my son was like, hey, you want to go to lunch? Because he was off. I was like, yeah, sure, let's go to since he was buying, I'm like, let's go to the new restaurant. He was like, cool, I haven't tried it yet. So now, disclaimer, people are going to be like, oh, you're a hater, you're this and that. Oh, look it. I'm a realist. I am going to give an honest, real review of my experience and how I see it. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go right into it. I'm going to start with the positives. Went in, the place is clean. I love the fact that I saw one of my buddies. They gave him a job there. He's the cook assistant, or I don't know what they call it, but he's working there. So, that's beautiful, giving jobs to people in the community. So as soon as I go in, the waitress is like, sit anywhere you want. Me being a big guy, I always like to sit at the long table. Me and my son sit down. She approaches me. She's like, oh, can I ask you to sit anywhere but there? That's reserved for larger parties. And I'm just like, then why did you tell me to choose anywhere to sit? So then me and my son moved to a smaller table. And then I see someone I know. I wave at him. I talk to him for a quick second. And then the waitress comes up and she goes to take her order. She starts and she's coughing. She goes, oh, sorry. I don't have any immune system. I'm supposed to be wearing a mask, but I'm not. I just looked at my son like, did she just say what I thought she said? Here you have a waitress who's supposed to be wearing a mask, isn't, and is coughing. I'm just going to let that sink in, let that process for a second. I was ready to walk out right there, honestly. But my son's all, Dad, don't start stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's just sit and eat. So I asked her what the best burger was. I ordered me, I guess it was a minor burger. My son ordered wings and fries. Me and him, me and my son haven't seen each other for a while. My son Jayden, the one whose birthday it was. We haven't seen, so we're talking. And one thing that got to me, like every 2 minutes, someone, would you like anything? Are you okay? And we're just like, yes, we're fine. And we're talking. Someone else, are you okay? Would you like anything? I'm like, we're good. Thank you. So to me, I just think there was an there's a way over being nice, to be nice. And then I'm gonna read something later, and I can probably see why they're being over nice. But anyway, let's fast forward. The food comes, and I'm gonna give the positives. The food was good. I got a minor burger with fries. It was good. It was a burger. I mean, I love burgers. I eat burgers everywhere I go. It was a good burger. My son, he gave me one of his wings. I don't know, it was Parmesan garlic wings, and it was good. It was a decent wing. So then the check comes, the bill, our bill for this is lunch. Let me just say, this is lunch with tip, drinks, and our meals was $45. Now, some people were like, well, that's not bad. The food, when you pay for quality food. Well, here's the thing, it's a lunch. I'm going to put it in perspective that 2 weeks ago, I took a female out to Chili's, dinner. We got appetizers. I got fajitas. She got a burger. We got drinks. With tip, it was only $40. And that was dinner at Chili's with chips and our appetizer and two big meals, so it was $40. Here we had lunch at a local restaurant and it was $45. So again, my burger and fries and a drink, to me, the value was not worth $20. His wings and fries, to me, the value was not worth $20. Now, you could say, yeah, people, well, you know what? If you can't afford to eat there, don't eat there. Well, you know what? You could say that, and I'll be like, yeah, I can't afford to eat there every day. I'm not going to eat there. I mean, I went because my son took me. I just can't afford that. If you can, more power to you. If you could afford $20 burger and fries, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I could say. Mal's in town where I could get a burger, fries, under $10. I could go like a seat to get a real good burger and fries, about $10-11, okay? I personally cannot justify a $20 burger. I'm sorry, I just can't, no matter how good it is. So that's my honest opinion. And, I know people are going to be like, well, what if someone goes and we go do your store? We review your store. I'm like, you know what? I'll review my own damn store. Coming in from an outsider, I walk in, this place is a fucking mess. It is. And who the fuck buys this shit? DVDs, clothes. This is a junk store. And the owner's a fucking asshole. So I just reviewed my own store. So if you want to come in, I'll prove it right. Come in and look how messy my store is. And I got shit that no one wants to buy. But I'm surviving. So with that, I want to read. So I guess the restaurant had an incident on February 8th. I guess some people went in, and trust me, I do not condone this. I do not condone this at all. And it reads, to the people who just came in and disrespected my wife and my kids, you should be ashamed. Do not come back to my restaurant. Do not come in and treat me and my family like crap. You will be 86, which I agree with. Anybody, if you own something and people come in disrespecting, kick them the fuck out. You have that right to. I agree with that. But here's a part where I kind of also, we are not a Mexican restaurant. We do not serve chips and salsa. We do not have enchiladas. If you want Mexican food, please go to one of the many in the tri community. This is the only part of the statement that kind of got me. He says, and we are not a Mexican restaurant. Let me read some of the items on the menu. They have tacos. They have burritos. They have chile rellenos. They have carne asada. So if you're really, really trying to prove how much you're not, air quotes, a Mexican restaurant, how about we take Mexican items off your menu? And then you could truly be an American restaurant. That's my only take on that. Don't serve Mexican food, but you don't want to be called a Mexican restaurant. And again, I probably, if they don't ban me, I probably will try it again. Because they have some chile, red chili, it might not be Mexican, but it's red chili fries or green chili fries on their menu. I do want to try that people have said is good. You're trying so hard not to be associated with a Mexican restaurant, you get so many Mexican items on the plate. So that's my take on the restaurant. Yeah, there's good and bad. To me, the bad is the pricing. If the pricing was more affordable, I'd probably eat there all the time. Let's see, a couple more birthdays I want to give, a couple birthday shout outs. I used to always joke that today was my twin's birthday, and people actually believed it for a long time. I'd be like, oh, because my Jasmine and Jayden were only 10 months apart. And I remember I started years ago, and everybody was just like, oh, happy birthday, guys, happy birthday, guys. So happy birthday to my twins, Jasmine and Jayden. Desiree, Giza, it's your birthday too. Today would have been my grandma TB's, my grandma Belia's birthday. It's my great niece Annie Banani's birthday, Reggie Romo's birthday. So it's a lot of birthdays today. So I remember making one big post. That's where I read the list from. Give a quick shout out to our mail lady, Melissa. I ran into her, I think it was on Friday. And I was at my my son-in-law's house, and I saw her across the street. I had a mail question, so I was like, "Hey, Melissa, do you know if they already delivered the mail uptown?" She was like, "Oh yeah, I think they did already." She goes, "Oh, by the way, me and my son love your podcast." Her son Josiah, who I've coached forever since he was little, and I was like, "Oh, thank you." I appreciate when people tell me that when they see me in the streets. They're like, "Man, I listen to your podcast. I love it. Keep it up." So, just quick shout out to you, Melissa and Josiah. Thank you for listening. With that, I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Burn one. Yo. Slow budget. Once again.